Hello everyone, my name is Ron Collins. I'm the owner of Lacy SEO, and today I'm going to talk about why your content isn't getting ranked by Google. So let's get started. Okay, first I want to explain the difference between being crawled and indexed by Google. Now, crawled means this is where the search engine robots find your website and read the contents. After a website's been crawled, it is put in an index, which then can be called up when someone searches for a term related to the page on your site. So your ideal situation is you want to get all your pages indexed, not just crawled. You can find out which pages have been indexed by typing site : no space, and then the URL of your home page into a web browser without the quotes. So you get a result here that tells you about how many pages it is, and it will list the pages. So check through here to make sure all your pages that you want to get indexed are indexed. All your important pages should be on this index list. If there are pages missing, there is something wrong that needs to be investigated. Don't worry if non-important pages are not in the index. These could include a privacy policy page or a thank you page. You really don't care about those pages being indexed. If you have a brand new website, no one knows it exists except you and the people you told. But don't worry, the search engines will eventually find it. When Lacy SEO launches a new client websites, we immediately submit their site to Google Analytics and Google Search Console, plus Bing Webmaster Tools. When this is done, Google and Bing immediately know your site exists and will crawl your site. So, what if a page isn't being indexed? Well, first, connect to your Google Search Console. If you don't have Search Console or Google Analytics installed, do it right away. There are many articles on the web that will show you how to do that. And then you're going to use a URL inspection tool. You can find that on the left side of Search Console. Once inside, click on URL inspection on the left side of the screen. Type in the URL you want checked. Search Console will then check if your page is in the index. If you see a green check mark, you're good to go. So here's a screenshot of the inspection tool. So I put in a URL here at the top, and Google checked and said this URL is on Google, so it means it's indexed. Now, what if your page is not indexed? If the page is not in the index, you can click Request Indexing over here in the right-hand corner. If the page has been up for a while but not indexed, this could point to a problem. Just remember that when you click Request Indexing, that doesn't mean Google will absolutely index that page. And if they don't do it, then that also points to a problem. So here's some reasons why your content hasn't been indexed. It doesn't meet Google's quality guidelines, such as automatically generated content, participating in link schemes, or little original content. And the content may be not relevant or of such poor quality that Google chose not to index it. If your content is not better than what is on the search engine results pages, why would Google even bother with it? If your site is new, wait a few weeks or months for Google to make sense of your content in order to rank it. After 6 months, if your site has little or no improvement in ranking, have an SEO professional look at your site and content. Now, Google actually filed a patent on their procedure for finding a web page or a website, crawling the pages, and indexing what it found. Understand that Google doesn't rank websites, it ranks pages. According to the patent, Google goes through a long procedure in a series of steps to determine where the page will be ranked based on the search queries. This is why it sometimes takes a while for a piece of content to appear in the search engine results, especially if it is new content. Now, what if your content has been crawled and indexed by Google but is not showing up in the top 100 results for keywords related to the content? It simply means that your content is not relevant, not well-written, and is not meeting the needs of the web searcher. Google is always going to show the best content that meets the needs of the user. So if you're writing about the new iPhone, so are thousands of other people. To rank on the first page, your content needs to be top-notch and better than most of the information out there. That means a lot of research and work. Now, if you have done all the technical SEO parts correctly on your website and you produce great content, sites may still outrank you simply because they have better backlinks, social media engagement, or they did better research. You may have spent hours cultivating and writing your new content, only found out what you're writing about is an area that is oversaturated. Hundreds or even thousands of people have written about the same thing. That's why you need to do proper research, not only on the topic itself, but also if it is relevant to what people are searching for and how much has been written about the topic. There are millions of blog posts out there on all kinds of subjects. What new or better information do you have to offer? If you don't have anything new, then don't write about it. So here's what we do with new content at Blue Lacy SEO. So when we produce new content such as a blog post, we immediately submit the new content in Search Console instead of waiting for Google to find it, crawl it, and index it. This is to prevent someone finding the content before Google does, copying the content and posting it as their own. If the scraped content is indexed before our original content, we could get tagged as having duplicate content. We explain to our clients that getting pages on their website ranked is a process that takes time. People are not really patient about waiting to see results in weeks or months. To complicate matters, no one knows all the ranking factors for Google. Some websites get their content ranked quickly and up high in the rankings simply because of their domain authority or DA. So then people say, well, increase my DA. But increasing your domain authority takes time, especially for a competitive niche. There just isn't a magic solution. So if you enjoyed this article, please subscribe to this channel. Click the bell icon for whenever I produce new videos, and click the like button. So everybody be blessed, and I'll see you next time.